What's this? I found something.
I'm on the right track. That's a trap. That tablet Riker wants has to be close. More black ring. Be careful. I've spotted a trap.
The first thing you notice is the figure's empty, eyeless sockets. The second thing is that your skin is crawling. The third is that your senses feel heightened. The fourth is that he is, or was, Black Ring. As your hand, and you see, and then you feel he turns. You can find...
Divine order. With Black Ring slaves, Lucian would be thrilled. Careful now. That's a trap. Careful. I've spotted a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Careful. It might still be here. I think I made it angry. Sure looked angry.
That's a hell of a way to express it.
Glory is mine. I'll yield to none.
I wonder what this does. If a device breaks in a cave and nobody is around to complain, did I really break it?
squawk. Don't go. Great big screeching bird. There it goes. It doesn't even hop down to see the buddies.
Is that? Oh, Lord. It is a shrieker.
Cave bird.
The hen gives you a panicked nod. The statue looms in the shadowy darkness of the cave. A clear aura of sadness shrouds its stony face. At first you think it's crying. A closer look shows the welling tears to be water dripping from the cave ceiling. As the tears dampen your fingertips, the stone face seems to smile sadly at you for just a moment. Maybe you imagined it. Perhaps it was a trick of the light.
This looks similar to the other relic I found. I wonder if it has a similar effect.
The towering relic seems to hum with esoteric energy, faintly pulsating in time with the beat of your heart. You feel it drawing you closer, yearning for your touch, hungering for your source. As your palms press into the warm stone, you feel the depths of your being crack open. Your power flows from you into the relic, yet a reverse current flows back into you with a new power, a different power. The stone warms and warms until it is suddenly too hot to touch, forcing you to remove your hands and step back.
Eternal armor could be very useful indeed. Whoa! What was that?
Magisters are about to become popcorn. I could.
The Magister wipes his blooded face with a grimy rag as he strides towards you. Eyes narrowing with suspicion, he halts several feet away, one hand on the hilt of his weapon.
And you are? Voidkin. You'll not add to your collection on my watch.
The spirit's memory, in its madness, dances in your mind. You are a sensate, deaf and mute, but gifted with an unnatural ability. Dallis seeks you out and brings you here into the darkness. When the blindfold falls, Dallis bids you find and free a secret power. You close your eyes, and you feel the presence of a hidden truth. You point at it and open your eyes. You are pointing at Dallis. The hammer calmly bids you try again, then steps back into the shadows. You close your eyes once more. Now the vault before you sings to you. You raise your hand to it. It opens to your touch. From the vault, you take a sword. It's weightless, yet it feels extremely powerful. More powerful even than Dallis herself, and yet fragile. A hand falls upon your shoulder. A blade crosses your throat. Blood pours. Dallis whispers, "Good girl," and then all goes quickly dark.
Aetera. What an incredible discovery! I've spotted something. I've never...
The stone relic pulls on your consciousness. You feel the tendrils of an ancient hunger trespassing within your soul, seeking something you have. Source. As your fingertips brush the cool stone, you feel the depths of your being crack open. Your power flows from you into the relic, yet a reverse current flows back into you with a new power, a different power. A sharp electrical shock repels your hands from the stone and sends you staggering backwards.
Mask of the Shapeshifter. That's something I want to craft, and fast.
Listen, I'm no canary, but I know bad news when I see it. And what do I get? Lying dead in a cage. Bugger 'em all.
The unusual tablet is marked on all sides with runic inscriptions that look like they were hacked into indecipherability with a chisel or similar instrument. As your fingertips trace these mutilated runes, your eyes flicker closed of their own accord. You see nothingness, vast, dark, and empty. You sense something ancient watching you, perusing you like a prison guard would watch a wayward ant scuttling across the floor of a cell. From within the endless emptiness, a voice hums into being and calls to you. Godwoken. You sense an interest within the cold voice addressing you. Beyond the interest, you sense fangs, voracious hunger, a bottomless appetite that no sustenance could ever sate. You see your life flash before your eyes, every memory flitting by like a moth's wings at a lantern. The vision reaches the present moment and diverges into multiple strands, impossible to keep track of. Your brain aches with the effort of trying to keep up with the intelligence as it sifts through your every potential future. You see salvation and destruction and every shade of existence in between. And all of a sudden, it's over. Blackness rises once more, just as it was at the start. Eternal darkness and you. An electric feeling pulses in your fingertips, and a force field of some kind pushes you away from the tablet.
That was some kind of test. I'm really not sure whether I passed or failed.
The tablet seems to glow from within with a subtle light. Etched runes cover its surface. The markings feel familiar. But despite the depth of your study and learning, you have no idea what they mean. Your fingertips burn so hot, it feels like they are melting. An energy seems to travel between the tablet and your hands, sparking knowledge directly into your mind, as if you're reading with your fingers. Electrical sensations sizzle in your mind. You understand that the runes are ancient Rivellonian, the oldest known language. You feel the fragments under your fingers. An Lesru. You know not how, but you understand the meaning of these words with the very marrow of your being. One. One must write. Then your fingers grow cold to the bone. Suddenly, you are just a person standing in a cavern, clinging to a stone tablet, as if it were a life raft. The Magister looks you up and down with utter dispassion.
You should not be here.
The Magister's hand reaches back for her weapon.
Intruder!
I'll yield to none.
The spirit of a white Magister scowls at your presence.
Get away from me, sorcerer! Filth! You'll get nothing out of me. Nothing.
The spirit shoots you a venomous look, unimpressed by your...
What? No, wait. I'll tell you. We had orders to bring down the wall. They thought there was more to find beyond it. That's all I know, I swear.
Guess I know what I need to do now.
Impressive. A barrel-filling machine for the oil, I believe.
From somewhere deep within the inner workings of the machine comes... The machine churns it. It settles into a slow metallic chug. The machine churns... It settles into a slow... The machine churns into light. The machine rattles, grinds, and hisses, then settles down into a steady mechanical thrum.
It's working. Oil pumps. Not a careful excavation, it seems.
I've seen places like this in books. Never thought I would see something like this in reality.
This is the archaeological discovery of a lifetime. What a way to die, down here in this darkness. It's Amadia, the mother of wizards.
Tyrsendilius, worshipped by my people.
Duna, the stoutest of the seven. No wonder the dwarves pray to him.
Blessed Zorl, an elegant god for our elegant people.
Zantetza, the goddess of mirth, worshipped by imps. The god of the orcs, Vrogir. Rhalic, I used to pray to you when I was young. That's it, we're through. I wonder what they did in life to deserve such a resting place.
The creature looks down from its perch, trembling. It crawled out of that sarcophagus as if it had forgotten how to move its limbs. It turns to you, and you see its face is covered by an intricate mask. From behind its unmoving lips, you hear a noise. It starts as a groaning, croaking chatter, but slowly becomes more distinct. It's speaking.
May Saravel te de larontu, Shamory?
The stream of noise cuts off abruptly. After a moment, you hear a jolting, lurching voice.
It wears the face of Rhalic, but speaks the tongue of beasts. How cruel. I suspected the Seven Lords won the war after they locked me here. But seeing their faces on dumb creatures, a depressing confirmation. Fascinating. So quick to anger. It has the outward appearance of one of our kind, but underneath it is so very primitive. Perhaps this is to be expected when creation is left to 7 amateurs. The king would never have been so sloppy in his work.
Deep within your soul, you feel your god stirring at the sound of the voice. You can feel its anger and fear swelling inside you. The creature leans forward to get a better look at you, clucking and tutting under her breath.
It seems to be a simple form at its core, a source vat. A walking, unfortunately talking, source vat. Fascinating. I wonder how to extract the source from the vessel without...
She pulls back suddenly, recoiling in horror.
It is rotting. Almost imperceptibly, but it decays before my eyes. It does not even have a century left.
The god within you reacts, his emotions a cocktail of fury and fear. You hear his voice, demanding that you give him control, demanding your body obey his will.
An Eternal does not answer questions from whatever creatures happen to lumber into view. Especially when there is so much to be learned about their source. What happens to it, I wonder? Does it lie in whatever ditch it falls in, as its body decays? Or... no, of course. It is harvested.
The god thrashes against your control. You can feel it hissing that this creature is dangerous, that it cannot be trusted.
To have had the technology of the Eternals and made this. How crude. Although effective in its own way.
Aetera, you worm! An eternity locked away was too good for you. I should have seen you ground to dust and fed to the wind. Your heresies deserve nothing less.
The figure recoils, as if struck.
Rhalic! What happened to you? Did you truly fall so far?
Silence! It is your king that has fallen. He and all the other eternal cowards were flung into the void, and the power you were too scared to hunt has made me a god.
And yet here you stand, small, weak, decaying. I will not even need the Aeteran to grind you into the dust.
You feel your guard freeze at the mention of this Aeteran, a cold terror settling in your chest.
Where is it?
Ha! Of course you never found it. You always lacked imagination, Lord Rhalic. I hid it in these very caves, although I can feel its distance now. Someone has uncovered it. Perhaps they intend to flay the godliness from you. No matter. Given your pathetic state, it is mine to collect at my leisure. As for you, you monstrosity, you were designed to be defective. You were built to die. And I rather think it is time you fulfilled your function. But do not fear. I shall put your source to good use.
The air suddenly feels thick, like it's grown musty after concealing a lie for so long.
So, the gods are liars. I can't say I'm surprised.
Sun shines, gods lie. Where there's power, there's corruption. Had anyone here truly expected anything else?